everyone, welcome. And we're starting with the roller lengthways down the mat so that you can sit on it. It'll be from your tail to the base of your skull. I know we start this way a lot, but it seems to be a popular event. So we're doing it today again. So be sure when you get on the roller that you have full support. So you really need to sit as far forward as possible, just about. When you go back, you're probably going to move a little further away from the edge than you anticipated. So once you're here, wrap your shoulder blades around the curve of the roller. Be sure the base of your skull is supported and the neck is comfortable. If your chin is high and your head is falling back, you may want to add a little padding, like maybe your sweatshirt or a towel, something like that, even a folded yoga mat, to bring the head in alignment with the spine. Legs apart about 4 to 5 inches. You can take a ball between your thighs and squeeze the ball so you find your medial line, your inner thigh of your leg, the inner thigh line of your legs, and also the medial edges of your feet. So from here, arms extend out, back of the hands to the ground. Feel it stretch across the chest, across the top of the shoulders, maybe even into the upper inner arm. And then we slowly rock from side to side, curving the body around it as you drop down for your armpit and your hip on one side and then on the other. This will massage the area of your sacrum, the area between your blades, and even the base of the skull. If you feel unsteady, the feet can go wider. They'll sort of do that automatically anyway, so allow that to happen if you really need it. Otherwise, be 4 to 5 inches apart. Then you'll end up working your small muscles along the spine to help you with balance and alignment. So we come back to center, and then we curve the arms up, embrace the air right over your chest, right over your heart, and then exhale to pull the arms slowly over and down. They're not falling into the ground, you're working against gravity to lay them gently on the floor. And we lift again. Arms work as mirror images so that you help your balance stay centered. And as you pull the arms open, pull the arms at the same height, so they're equidistant from one side to the other. The hand should land simultaneously on the ground. So we rise again, cupping the arms to embrace the air in, and then pulling the arms open so that your blades knit around the curve of the roller underneath your back. And rising here again. Up with the arms, steady through your feet. Even think of your feet here getting heavier, sinking into soft sand. You want to be aware of the heel, inner and outer, the big toe ball of your foot, and the pinky toe ball of your foot, all dropping equally into that sand, into your mat. And now that the arms are down, we're lifting the arms and reaching them straight for the sky. The arms shoulder width apart, and then inhale to let the hands rise up, shrug your shoulders off the roller. Exhale, pull the blades down, the arms still straight and reaching up the ceiling. The arms lift, and then they sink down. You can feel as the hands go high that the back broadens, and then as the blades drop down, the chest widens. Do this with the breath, so your inhale inflates the body, go 360 degrees away from your center, and then exhale, knit everything together again. So picture that not only in your chest with the lungs expanding and then shrinking as the air enters and leaves, but also just imagine your whole body, even your arms, even your fingers, even your toes, going wider, longer with the inhale and knitting together, sinking in on themselves as you exhale. So you want to feel that expansiveness through the whole body as you shrug and lift and sink and lower. Here, turn the palms forward and exhale, lifting the arms at your side. Fingers reach long for the end of the mat. Inhale, arms lift to 90 degrees and continue moving back on the exhale to bring the arms back by your ears. Feel that stretch, the blades sliding toward your waist. And then lift the arms again, getting to the shoulder blades. And exhale all the way forward and down. Arms going down at your side. Tap the mat, rest your hands into the surface. And we lift up. And exhale, reach back. If your chest is a little tight, the arms a little wider will be helpful. Bring the arms forward. Exhale, the belly is down and deep, navel to spine as the arms lower too. Let's do one more. Pushing through the air. Get yourself moving your arms through water, displacing the water here. And then let's reverse the direction, arms rise up. And exhale all the way forward and down. Next, bring your hands to your shoulders. We scoop the elbows in and then up, and exhale out wide around and down. Circling the elbows here, one on each side of the body. Circle should be the same speed, the same height, the same circumference, all the way around here. And you can roll the shoulder blades up and then sink them down. We'll mobilize the whole shoulder girdle with this action. It'll help your neck find a little release, a little relaxation. So if you find more ease in your body overall. Complete the circle, we're going to reverse. Elbows go down and then back. Lifting them high and bringing them forward and narrow in on the side of your ribs. Get that rotation of the arm bone on the socket as you hold your body steady. And again, as you're thinking about that expansion of the body on the inhale and then exhale on the exhale, keeping it organized so that the body stays balanced here on the roller will help your breath assist your balance. You're going to complete the circle and then bring the arms long and down at your side. Reach out through the fingers, ease the shoulders away from the ears, and on the inhale, we lift the arms up and all the way back by the ears, and then exhale, circle wide around and forward, palms to the sky until you're at the end, and then rotate the arms to turn the palms down. Arms lifted up and back. It's like a big good morning yawn to the day, and then reach out. We spread the palms open, the fingers wide, and then turn the palms down, reaching up and back. Push the other side, and then cut through it with the edges of your arms. Let's do one more like this. Again, think about mirror images, one arm to the other. Reach out, the head floats back as the arms reach forward, lengthening the spine, and now let's reverse. Palms up to circle out and back. Lift the arms as they go past the height of your shoulders. Exhale, press the arms forward. Think of that action, pushing the air out of your lungs, and then you have that expansiveness as the arms circle, the chest widens, and then exhale, the belly deepens, knits around your front and back. So we reach back here, and then exhale forward. One last one. Just enjoy the stretch here. Probably already been a long day. Since it's Halloween, it might be a longer night. So here with the arms at your side, we'll stabilize the feet. If you have a ball between your thighs, take it out. And we're just beginning pressing down to the right glute, pull the right knee up towards the tabletop leg. And then exhale, lower that foot down. Use the full breath to bring it down and then spread the foot into the ground. And then we press through the left hip, the right foot, lifting the left knee up. And exhale down here. Imagine there's a narrow wall with a glass block wall between your legs, and you squeeze the wall with the standing leg, the left one, as the right leg slides up it. And then the right leg holds the opposite side of the wall from the left as it glides down to the floor and spreads the foot into the mat. Left leg again. Coming up, use your gaze to help hold you in position, find a focal point, keep it. With soft eyes, you want the gaze to be just as smooth as you'd like the movement to be. And now, right knee and left arm go to the ceiling, fingers point to the sky, so with the knee. And exhale to lower down. Arms going to move faster than the legs, so the hand and the foot go down simultaneously. And then we pick up the left knee and the right arm, weight in that hip, weight in that scapula. And then bring everything down to the ground. Time it. You can adjust your timing so you can be next to the floor, hand and foot. And again, up here, right knee, left arm. And then exhale to lower. Let your back drape around the roller's curve. Your spine is balanced on the roller's center, but you want the rest of your body to, where it connects, to drift down around the edges. Think of your glutes as well as your scapula, helping hold you in position. Now we're going to take just the fingertips to the mat. Inhale to pull the right knee up. Exhale to pull the left knee up. And then we tap the right foot down, touch the toes, and then switch the legs. Reciprocal movement as one is going down, the other is coming up. If you need more of a connection to the floor, the palms go down or even the elbows go down. If you want less of a connection to find more work, maybe just your thumb and one of your fingers hold the ground. I realize it's not going to be totally still, it's not going to be completely steady. What we're looking for is the ability to stay on top of the roller. So if you feel a little bit of quivering, like you have a little postural sway here, it's amplified by being on a roller. Just be sure you can come back to center. You're doing really well. Now pull both knees up. Exhale, lower both feet down. And then just open the arms, rock a little side to side. Massage out your back in case you gained any tension across the sacrum, the back of the skull, or the shoulder blades. And then we can slide off to the side. And then take the roller here across under your hips. So ideally set it on your mat. Lift your hips up and the roller goes across under your sacrum. You'll bend the elbows wide and pull the roller in with your arms straight over the end of the roller. And we pull the right knee first and then exhale, the left knee joins in to lift the legs up to the ceiling. Good. Moving here into your scissors, the right leg back, the left leg forward. Try to feel the stretch in the hamstring of the lifted leg. And then we switch. So we inhale for one movement. They pass in midstream here and then exhale for the next. Work for the stretch here, feet soft. And just be aware you want the leg to reach straight out of the hip joint and down. If you tend to be tight in the lateral leg in your IT band area, the legs are going to want to drift sideways out of the diagonal. Pull them back in so that the thigh and the foot are only about 4 inches apart as they pass through the midline. So you're watching the tracking of your legs as you do this. We'll lift both legs up to the ceiling. Exhale, rotate, and now pull the legs apart sideways. And then exhale, pull them together. Tap the heels, and then the legs move apart because the outer thighs are pulling them apart. The upper inner thighs are dragging them together. Leave it working closer to your core and not so much out at the toes. They'll feel completely different than having the feet bring you apart and together. So reach and exhale and lift. Bring that connection from the inner thighs working to pull the legs together and the outer thighs apart. One more time. Going up. Pause there, and now the right leg is out while the left leg sits vertical. And then exhale to pull the leg all the way up. Leave the right leg there, the left leg is up to the side. And exhale, press into the roller as you bring the leg up to the sky. And alternating again. Inhale for one leg, to go down, exhale to lift it, and then to the other side. Maintaining that external rotation just gives you a little better fit of the femur on the hip socket. We'll go for one more set here. Really pressing down to the opposite hip. We want to keep the pelvis level and not tip it just to bring the foot closer to the ground. That way you'll feel some work in your oblique abdominals. Exhale, lift and pull it up. And then bend your knees. And we'll lower the left foot down and extend the right leg up to the ceiling. So inhale, the leg reaches forward, tap the heel down to the ground. Exhale and pull the leg up and bring it as far back as you can. And again, single leg, lower lift, reach out and over. Be sure that the standing leg, your left foot here, is firmly planted on the inner edge of the foot so you feel that connection to your inner thigh line. And lift, you exhale first to lift. You inhale and slide it forward. Lengthen at the bottom. Exhale, pull the belly deep and use that exhale to bring the leg up. And let's switch the legs. Right leg goes down, the left leg hips up, stand into your right foot, and then we stretch a little forward, inhaling all the way down, tap the heel, you bend the knee if you need to, exhale and pull it on up. You're probably gonna feel a little difference in the two legs. I definitely feel my left one is tighter. So if you find that to be true for yourself, right or left, when you do this at home, you should do more on the side that's tight. So draw that arc in the air, reach out long, touch the heel down, lengthen, exhale before you pull it up. And with that exhale, you're pushing down and back into the arms. You're going to get as much connection as you can through your body, particularly at the place where you're really lifting the weight up and off the floor. Let's do one more here. Bring it all the way up. Bend that knee and lower the foot. And down here, lift your hips. Rotate the roller underneath you so you're on a fresh spot. And we'll pull the knees into your chest. Do some rotation. The knees fall to the right, you look left. Keep the shoulder blades down. Exhale, pull your obliques to bring the knees up. And then continue the right hip bone is lifting and coming across the body to bring your knees to the left and your gaze to the right. And then exhale. Roll yourself back to center and then over to the other side. You're looking for spots here that need the stretch on the diagonal line, and also places that need the massage of the glute and the piriformis moving over the roller. Exhale before you lift. All right, we've got substantial weight here with the pelvic girdle and the legs. You're going to be able to support that action with your breath. Right over to the left, one more time, and then exhale back to center. Feet go down, lift your hips, and we slide the roller out. Lower the spine here. Take a minute to stretch the legs forward so that length here in the body. Okay, so we're rolling up to sitting, so you can pull one knee in, lift your head, and then pull yourself forward and up. And we're rolling back for our upper abdominals. So tall, perch on your sits bones, widen the collarbones, lift the halo, and lift the heart. And then we move down. Roll the tail up, start to rotate the pelvis again on the top of the legs and the femoral head. Go right down to your best upright curl. The legs pull in, they extend out, arms at your side, and we pump the arms here. Inhaling and exhaling. Steady pulses here with the arms. Reach out through your fingertips across the space in front of you. Leave the energy from your fingers going on forever out into space. Your head is high. You're kind of sinking the sternum down towards the spine. So think of the chest almost hollowing out a little bit. That'll help you have a broader back and the ability to come into a deeper curve. The tail can pull up a little bit too, so you can press the waist down. That'll help you support the weight of your legs. We're breathing fully, completely, pulling the air into the bottom of the lungs, and exhale, pulling it out from the bottom and out through your mouth. 2 more breaths. Active pumping here, keeping the shoulders steady. And 1 more breath. Then reaching up and forward, tip the chest towards the navel, and then we can pull everything in and lay your head down. Turn your head side to side, release your neck. And then we can lower the legs and stretch them forward for roll up. You always have the option of using your TheraBand here, or even ankle weights around your ankles or on top of them. Let's lift the arms to the ceiling and then bring the arms back by your ears. And we'll bring the arms up, weight into the scapula, lift your head, neck, and chest. Exhale and come up and over. Suck the waist back, pull your heel out between your thumbs, ears between arms as you wrap forward in the capital C. And then you start to roll back, past your sits bones, over the sacrum. The height of the arms will be variable. Try to find a position that is making you work hard without losing control. Go all the way back and yawn the front of your body open. Lifting again. Start with the inhale. Exhale before you need it. And then bounce over your legs. Stretch here. The shoulders melting behind you. The blades coming around to the front of the chest as you make a thoracic spine. Lengthen out through your feet as you pull yourself down one vertebra at a time. You don't want to go too fast and miss the sequencing of your spine, either on the way up or down. Exhale and really bend the rib cage. Sometimes you'll just be tempted to pull up from the hip flexors, but you really want to feel that work in the abs as you're coming both up and down, and then bringing back again. Going back to the ground. And one last one. Up. Mainly because again, I forgot to bring the bare bed back on the hand, so I'm going to grab it here. If that's the case for you too, you might want to grab hold of it. And then let's come all the way down. Going that into the surface of the mat. And then we can bring the arms around, pull the right knee to your chest. By replacing the band, the center of the band around the ball of the foot and the arch. As you lift the leg up, you can wrap the band around your hand. Reach out long through that right sits bone so you have it short of the waistline on the right side. And we'll just do a couple of point and flexes. Heel on toe. Work through your foot. Let your elbows slide forward towards your hip bone press. So your neck is longer, your shoulders are released. And with the soft point and circle, inhale across the body, reach long, and then press down, out to the side, external rotation. The end of the breath coincides with the top of the movement, and we start with a short, deep inhale, and then a long, slow exhale. It sweeps around, you're pushing the opposite hip down, hold the body steady on the ground. So you want to feel that length, and part of that is because we're pressing down to the opposite side of the body, so there's something to anchor and then something to reach away from. Take it over again. Feel how the muscles stretch 360 degrees around the leg as you draw the circle in the air. And one final one here. Keep the elbows grounded and pivot from the elbows. And here up to the top. Stretch the back line again. Soft point, and then out to the side. Reach, and then exhale, go low. Drag it across, reaching internally. Come to neutral at the top of the movement. And the left side is heavy as the right leg moves right. The right side sinks into the ground as you pull the right leg across to the left. You actually think you're shifting the weight in your body to counteract the movement and weight of your leg. And that will look like you're perfectly still, even though you feel that work internally. We're coming up to the last circle here. You push it forward, forward, forward into the strap as you pull the elbows down into the ground. Now we'll take the ends of the band with the right hand, externally rotate the leg, left hand on left hip, and bring the leg out to the side. And then just roll the leg a little bit, pulling it towards the shoulder and away. You're getting to discover a little bit more stretch in the upper inner thigh muscles. Exhale to pull the leg straight up to the ceiling. Switch hands. Now the left hand holds the strap. You extend the right arm out. You can lift the right hip. As the foot reaches out, the lower back, spine, rotate and follow the foot to the far side of the room. Keep the shoulder blade down, however, and look over your right hand. You can rotate the leg internally and pull it a little closer towards your shoulder. Bend the knee if you need to, feel the stretch you want. And then exhale, pull the hip down to lift the leg up to the sky. Give it another little tug, a little extra stretch, and then pull the knee into your chest. Tug it in tight, stretch the other leg long, and then slide that right leg into the left. Shake them out. Comparison now, length, weight, energy, orientation too. Because usually after doing it, the right leg wants to be more externally rotated. And so does the hip press. Then we're going to pull the left foot in and then place the bend on the left foot. The leg reaches up. Wrap the band around your hand and slide the elbows forward and down. Lift the leg to get the stretch you want in the back of your leg. Maybe bend the knee if you need to, straighten it if you can. And then point flex the foot a few times here. Double toe and turbo heel. That way we work in into some stretch in the calf and some work in the calf muscles. We'll end in a soft point to start your circle across the body, left leg moving to the right, reach up long, keep pressing out for length and pulling back for stability. So you reach again here, draw a beautiful circle in the air, nice and smooth, come to the top and repeat. As you do this, you can feel where maybe your leg is especially tight. Just breathe into that place and sort of make a resolution to do this more frequently, right? We all really need it. And sometimes you'll have a little feeling of like stickiness or sort of like the femur doesn't quite fit exactly in the socket. So if there's pain, you would pause and then maybe think about doing a smaller range of motion. Let's do the reverse now, out to the side. But often you can sort of work through that if you really reach out and feel the length of your leg pushing out into the strap. Just giving the joint more space to work with is often very helpful here. So you press out, reach long. You keep finding that length as you push into the strap and circle the leg around and up. And let's do that again. If you have any questions or concerns about that, of course, see me at the end of class. If something hurts, stop. Now we come up to the top here, and we're taking the left hand to hold the strap, bring the left leg out, rotate to the right, particularly through the pelvic girdle, pushing that right glute and hip bone pressed into the mat. And we rock the leg a little bit here towards the shoulder and away. Your band should have a little bit of ease, a little bit of bounce to it. So this should feel soothing and helpful and not problematic. But exhale to pull the leg up to the sky, switch hands at the top, and then cross the leg over, reach out long through your fingertips. Allow the hips to twist and turn so that they're facing the wall and your chest is still facing the sky. Pull the leg back a little closer in towards your shoulder, towards your armpit, and then rotate the leg internally for more stretch diagonally to the glute. Then we'll exhale to pull the hip down and lift the leg up. Give it another little tug, stretch the hamstring again, and then take the band over the foot, take the leg in, and then slide it forward. Shake out both legs. And feel how you've opened up the front line of the body and relax the back line as well. 2 more breaths, just sort of enjoy what you've created here. And then we'll pull the left knee in, extend the right leg up, and roll forward and up to rolling with the ball. Come up and sit in the front of your mat. And hug the legs in, hands to your shins. A little easier, hands here to the back of your thighs. Round your back. Be sure you have enough padding underneath you. We're going to look down and roll with the tail. Balance on your shoulder blades briefly, and then come back up to balance on your sacrum. Gaze is fixed on your navel as you go back and forward. The inhale should start now and last the tip of the blades touch the mat. You exhale there, so you're already into the exhale to come forward and lift. Rolling back again. Bring your back to be as broad as it can be, so lift the elbows, pull them forward, and suck the ribcage back between them. And then from here, we move into the adversaries. So right hand to right ankle, left hand to the right knee. Pick up the leg. You can shoot the left leg out long away from you as you rock back into your upper curl. Elbows wide, and you pull the chest forward and up. Inhale, let's switch the legs. Piston like legs, work straight out of the socket and switch. Just inhale for one side and exhale for the other. Obviously, if your knees are a little particular today, you would hold onto the back of your thigh so the knees wouldn't have to be as compressed into deep flexion. We'll do one more set here. And with the left leg pulled in, pull both knees in, one hand to the shin, stretch up with the arms of the legs, circle wide and embrace the legs into your body. So you open the shape like you're a hammock, pull it in like you're a ball. Reaching up and out from fingers to toes into your core as you pull yourself together. 2 more, lengthen, stretch, and embrace it on in. 1 more time here, and hug it in, and then lay on down, and just rock your head side to side. Using your hands to your thighs, push the legs away, come to your upper curl, and then extend the right leg up, reach high on the calf towards the ankle, extend the left leg forward. You look down your midline and you want to switch the legs, and switch again. Try to pull your chest up towards your thigh as you have a connection to your calf, and then see if you can hold it there for your abs as you release your hand to switch to the other leg. 1 more. Work for that hamstring stretch. And then both hands connect your head. Pull the head up, pull the elbows down, and squeeze the legs together. We slide the toes across the ceiling, reaching out into space. Feel the increased load, and then exhale. Pull the legs up. Take your time. Use the deep psoas muscles to both lower the legs out, take them out and away from your gaze, and then exhale, pulling the legs up and back. You're going to feel it in your abs because your abs are working to hold the body steady, to hold the spine in position against the weight of the legs moving away from you. And 1 more time. The psoas is the main mover. The abs are just secondary to hold the pelvic girdle position. Now, we'll twist to the right, and then twist to the left. Coming up and over and forward. Try to balance just on the tip of the blades. So you're not just going into a side bend, you're adding flexion to this rotation. You stretch the leg long and you push that same side hip down. That way you'll feel a little bit more, you can activate the obliques to get more engagement there. The end to the left, come back to center, and lay down. So stretch the legs forward, reach the arms back, let's lengthen that front line of our bodies again here. Deep breath in, feel that length. Exhale and let the belly sink in towards your spine. We can hollow it out. And now we start to lift up, lifting the arms, head, neck, chest. Exhale, pull up, and round over. Maybe hang onto your toes, your ankles, your legs somewhere. And then we'll open the legs for spine stretch. Elevate your hips if you're doing your tight in the back line of your body, hamstrings included, and then extend your arms forward. You lightly push down to go up with the chest and up to the halo, look down. So put your chin towards your chest and move the head to move the neck, the upper back, the mid back, the low back. As you pull the waist back, curve out your belly into the curve of your spine. And then press down as you zip your back up, that imaginary wall, and all the way up. Call it a twine at the top of the movement. Move down and then forward again. Up over the curve your way here, coming over a beach ball. And wrap it with your body. You can wrap the package. And then think of that ball coming up the front of your body. So you lift. Collarbones widen, shoulder blades settle as you lift to the top. And 1 more time. Really very specific. You're trying to move every single vertebra and not just clumps of them. You don't want to move chunks of the spine. You want to move each individual aspect of the spine. Hold onto your legs here. Pull back with your waist. Feel the stretch. And then we'll slide the feet in for overly balanced and over. So your hands can go between your legs, wrapping them around the top of the shin, easiest is hands to the thighs. When you find your balance point, you still look at the belly as we extend the right leg up and then bring that leg down. Extend the left leg, which will take my hand around laterally to the back of the calf, and then I bring it to the top of the shin and I fold it back in. A little bit of a rotation of the arm as the leg moves out into space. And here for the left. And pull it back on both legs. Go up simultaneously. It's a narrow V. And then pull it on back. Yep. And then lift again. Back. This would be another one you could try with a TheraBand or yoga straps around your feet. to help you find your balance point. So lift the legs, leave them in the air, narrow them in slightly, hands come a little bit closer to the knee around the bulk of the calf muscle, and we roll. Lift the tail roll just so the shoulder blades head off the ground. Exhale forward and up to your balance point there. Legs are apart, and we get back and come up. But again, so breathe into your back to inflate it. Exhale, up and catch your balance once more. And then close the legs, bend your knees, and we'll roll back onto our spines here. So arms forward, curve your way down. Arms to the floor, and fold the knees into your chest. You do have an option for corkscrew to take the band around both feet, or not. You can lift the legs up to the ceiling, and then you anchor your sacrum down. So we do a small circle here, the legs circle over to the right, down around to the left, and back up to the top. And initially think of putting more weight at the opposite hip so that your pelvis appears stable, and you're going to feel some work in those oblique abdominals as you try to anchor the hips to the ground against the weight of the legs. After every circle, we're going to reverse the direction. Bend your knees if your feet are hanging too far forward, and you start to feel this in your back. Now, slightly different, arms at your side. Let's pick up your left hip to bring the legs over to the right. Tip kind of far, right? We're going to go over, and then we're pulling it back by picking the right hip bone up, roll across your sacrum and bring your feet over to the left, turn your hip to the right. So use your core, use your obliques to rotate the pelvis here. That mobilization brings the legs, swinging them across from one side to the other, like windshield wipers on your car. And then we're coming on back to center. Hug the knees in, embrace, round your back a little bit, and then we can roll up to sitting or soft. Again, elevate your hips if that's comfortable for your body, and if that gives you more mobility here. Arms out to the side, reach long for the fingertips, and slightly above the collarbones. Lift the chest, and then rotate to the right. The back arm reaches behind you on a diagonal. You dive over the right leg, and you're going to the outside of the knee. Pull yourself up, center, and then spin to the left. Dive over and reach. The back arm long. Ideally, the wrist is straight. I know that's hard to tell when it's behind you. Sometimes it's nice to have the option of looking into a mirror. And up again. Sit first on your sits bones for the rotation. That's the highest part of your spine. And then you dive over. Pull the arms in opposite directions. Lift. Center while we're set. And lead the way for the spine to twist. You're getting rotation through your neck as well as through the thoracic and lower spine, and then we're going over again. Yeah, these are beautiful. Come on up to center, unwind, and lower down. All right, we're going to switch over onto our stomachs here for swan. All right, so you have the legs a little apart. You pull the elbows back down and towards your waist, and then pull the mat towards your feet, coming up, lifting the chest, lifting the eyes, and slowly release down. Elbows go back down and in. You're going to squeeze the back of the ribs together to open the front of the rib cage, and release down again. Send your belly into the mat, from the pubic bone up to the chest. And floats off the ground. Lift again. And then release. We're going to prop ourselves up on our forearms for single leg kick. So pull forward the chest, pull the stretch in the skin and the abdominal muscles, and we kick the right heel in once, twice, and down on the left. Pulse one, pulse two, and down on the right. Double beat each time. Your arms firmly pressed down. You want to still think about the elbows pulling back and the blades knitting together and diving towards your tail. Enjoy that feeling of stretch in your quads with every beat, with every pulse. And the pelvis is heavy so that you keep your hips grounded. That'll help you get more stretch in the psoas and across the top of the body. One more set. Eyes still up. Heart still high. And then let's lay it down, turn it to the right. Arms overlap on your back. Kind of as high up the rib cage as possible. Drop the elbows down. And we take a deep breath in, lengthen the body. Halo to tail to feet. Exhale 3 beats with both legs. Pulse 1, 2, 3. The feet go down. You reach the arms back. Intertwine the thumbs if you can. Reach along through the fingers behind you and then come down to look left. Right cheek to the mat. And 3 beats. Pulse 1, 2, 3. Staccato pulses. Press the top of the feet into the floor and then lift and try to squeeze the back ribs. Open the chest. Come down again to look right. And we pump the air out of the lungs with every beat. Legs go down, arms reach back, strengthening the upper back, stretching the abs, coming down looking left. 3 pulses again. And reach behind you. As you come down, bring your hands by your shoulders, push off the ground, and sit back in a child's pose. And these can be opened or closed. This gives you a different feeling in the hips and the lower back. And stack your spine, coming all the way up. Okay, so from here, shoulder bridge. So we'll lay down on your back. We're gonna add some kicks today. So we roll back, your core comes down with good alignment. And your feet, comfortable distance from your sits bones, maybe 8-10 inches. You'll figure out what's right for you as you keep practicing this. All right, so arms lengthen forward, palms down, and we begin with the pelvic top. So you imprint the waistline down as you roll to the top of the sacrum, and then pull the tail forward and up as you drive the knees forward. You're going to roll to the outer top of the arm and push the top of the shoulders into the ground. You're going to look up and slightly back as you lift the chest, and then boost up through your glutes to give yourself some hip extension. And now to come out of it, begin by rolling slightly to the inner arm. The shoulders curve a bit off the ground. See if you can find the spine sinking between the blades. And then we're gradually down with the spine, to the waist, to the sacrum, finally to the tail as you rock the pelvis. You feel the waistline flip off the ground. And we're doing that again. So push down and away with your feet. Tuck and curve up. And then pull the heels back as the knees go forward. Come up, widening the collarbones, narrowing the blades behind you. And now from this position, watch that your knees aren't spreading. Find a little inner thigh engagement, inner edges of your feet. So lift your hips a little higher. Now pull the right knee into your chest. And then lower the foot down slowly. When you press the foot into the ground, you want to elevate both hips, level them off, and then pull the left knee in. And exhale, lower it down. Push down through the foot, square the pelvis off. And again, right knee in. Lift up with the knee, lift up with the hip bone as you lower the foot. See if that made a difference for you. Stand into the right foot. Pull the left knee up. Lift the hip as you lift the knee or the shin. And then press the foot forward through the air. Push down, roll your foot into the ground, and pick up that left glute. Now again, one more time. Pull the right knee in. This time, lift the foot up to the ceiling. Try to get that lift through the glute, through the pelvic half. Bend the knee, lift the knee, and then lower the foot. Pull the foot into the floor. Push down. Now we pull the left knee in. Lift the hip, extend the foot, lift the hip more. Bend the knee. And exhale, lower down. Hopefully you were breathing, but I wasn't telling you to. So push the floor down with your arms, with your shoulders, with your feet. And then we're going to roll to the inner arm and curve the body down here. That kind of a slow practice is really useful to try to figure out how you organize your body. So when you have only one leg support, you can still hold the pelvis level. We're going to go up again and try adding a kick to this. So curl the tail forward and up, the knees slide forward. You're going to push down through the top of the shoulders, lift the heart, lift the hips, pull your right knee into your chest, Extend the foot up, lift the hip with the energy from your foot. The foot goes down and forward, flex to go up. Point to go down, flex and lift, point down, flex up. Point the foot, lift the pelvis, bend the knee, lower the foot. When the foot is down, pick up that pelvic half if it's fallen at all. And then we're going to pull the left leg in. Extend the foot, lifting the pelvic half on the left side. Point the foot, reach out. You may or may not touch the ground. It sort of depends on your hip opening. So point, reach forward, flex the foot up. Point, tap the heel and lift it. Point the foot, lift the hip, bend the knee, lift the pelvis as you press the foot down. At the bottom, push both hips up. Now let's roll the spine out, come down between your scapula, curve the back down and in. Yeah, that will help build some strength to the back line of your body. I'm sure you felt it. So here we come up to sitting for spine twist. Lower forward and up. Extend the legs forward, maybe lift up, and let your sit bones and tail go a little behind you. And then we reach the arms out to the side, flex. Rotate to the right, pulse 1, 2, 3, lift to center and then left. Twist here, 1, 2, 3, and again, you're your tallest point in the center. Your body melts a little bit as you slacken the ligaments to get that rotation through the body. Do a deep exhale as you pump the air out of your lungs with the twist. Inhale to the top and then exhale, wrap it around. Inhale back to center, one more set. Just a vertical right on top of your sits bones, on top of your pelvic floor. Last time left. Back to center to lower the arms. Jackknife. So this is like shoulder stand. So we can take the roller under your hips if you want, or just go from the ground. If you feel like this isn't in your practice today, just repeat something earlier that you wanted to work on. But important to remember when you lift the hips, you want to keep your gaze up and not turn your head to the side. So from here, either on top of the roller or on the ground, pull the knees into your chest. We lift the legs up and we're bringing them a little forward away from the face. You want a little momentum here. You're going to press through the arms as you bring the legs up and over. You can start with the legs a little low. Maybe lift them a little bit, working through your glutes. Lower the legs again, stretch out your spine. And as you come down, the legs close to your body, gives you more length in your spine. And you'll take the legs to vertical, maybe further out. Kind of depends on what works for you. And then we're coming up and over again. So the inhale to move the legs, exhale with the hips. Coming up, balance on your shoulders. You're not on your neck, right? You're on your skull and your shoulder blades. And then we're rolling it down. Press into the floor. Really using the inner arm and the thumb edge of your hand will lift the shoulders a little bit, and that will help you find more flexion in your spine on the way down. So go forward. We're doing one more. Push down to lift up. And then try to use, even here, with balance on your elbows, try to pick up your tailbone a little bit with your hands to the foot press. Hands down, and then roll your spine out. And you can fold the knees in, rock a little side to side. All right, so from here, we're rolling forward and up into our teasers. So coming up and grab your belly. Center the band around both feet, follow the foot and arches. Okay, from sitting up tall here, you can go into a pelvic tuck and then pull your legs up. You also do this holding onto the back of your thighs or without a band. So we're going to bring the elbows wide and a little forward so that you can really drop your ribcage back and your waist back into space. Push the legs forward and out. And then exhale, pull it up again. So inhale, press. The height of the legs is going to really vary depending on your body proportions. And reach again. Exhale and return. Do one more like this. torso steady. Feel really good. And then pull it back. Lower the heels, open the knees, dive over, take a stretch here into your spine in case you need it. And stretch your inner thighs, which I need, and maybe most of you do too. And then we're going to come on up, rock back again, hold your feet in the air. Now from here, we look down at our abs, and we curl the tail up to start to roll over the sacrum, over the hips, down to the waist, and then lift the hip and the shoulders, pull the torso up slowly towards the legs, and we do it again. So you take the upper body down, you have to start with the low body, like the low torso. So rotate the pelvis, work up the spine, maybe to the scapula, pull here, coming up. Just make sure you feel that trembling in the abdominal wall. Yep. And then over time. You choose how far you want to go down. Try not to stretch the legs forward, try to hold in the position. And then pull up. And then lower to dive out and down, stretch. And the upright, last version. So again, lift the tail, go back onto the middle or upper part of the sacrum to pick up the legs. Now as you start to lift the tail, push your feet out. You're going to end up thinking the heels will touch when the tip of the blades do. And then you pull the head up and lift the legs and pull them in towards your chest as you rise. Or repeat one of the earlier exercises, right? So you round your back. That's the most important thing. You want to be sure that you get that curve into that low back. So your back is protected on the way down to the ground. And then you lift up. And once more. We have music because of the massage therapist on the other side of the wall. Up. From all the way in. And then we'll take the band off. And here, hands and knees. Quadruped. We'll do your floating cat. So you spread your fingers wide, just spread the palms wide. And then here, watch out for your knees, right? So maybe if your knees are an issue, try with a ball between your thighs. And you may want to give, like, fold the pad over so you've got more padding under your knees. If it doesn't work, stop and do something else, right? So we're going to sink back with a C-curve spine. And then round forward. So the tail is pulled towards the gaze and the gaze is pulled towards the tail. And now arch the back. Lift your tail, lift your chest, lift your eyes. Go back in this cow. Sit back as close as you can. Don't force your knees, right? And then keep the arch back. Cow as you come forward. Now you move into the Halloween cat. Lift your waist, get in flow. So your inflection through your spine, when you go back again. See how the stretch travels up and down your back as you move here. And forward. Still the Halloween cat. And then with the tail, arch. You pull the elbows back a little bit. Lifting the fingers off. So get a little drag through the heel of your hand as you go back in extension. Forward in that extension. Push the floor down. Hang your head. Lift your waist, go back here. And forward. And over time, arch for cow. Tailbone up, sentiment spread. Sink down. And come forward. And then one of the Pilates cats, we're going to swing your tail to the left and look to the left. You're in a side bend here through your spine. And then wag your tail to the right, get the right elbow, and look for your tail to the right and behind you. And then swing your tail to the left. Pull the gaze around so that you're opening the side bending through the rib cage. And then in the other direction, look to your right. And one more side. And last one here. Back to center. And one more Halloween cat in honor of the holiday. And then we can come back to center and we're good for today. All right. Thank you all for being here. And happy Halloween. Eat the right amount of candy. Whatever that is for you.